If you've ever tapped into your monkey strength and ripped off one of these plastic mounting tabs on your Toyota fender flares or any fender flares, let me show you an option for fixing it. First, remove your wayward plastic piece from the fender, like so. Now that you got your tab, you want to go ahead and clean everything with a little scuff pad. You'll have a witness mark on the fender flare so you know exactly where to clean. You don't want to get any of the dust or debris in your new plastic weld. To plastic weld, you'll probably need a plastic welder. It's basically a trigger-activated short circuit machine. You just load one of these wire blanks that come in many shapes and sizes, activate the trigger, and if you look close here, you'll see it start to get very spicy. That's it. We'll get back to that in a minute. First, let's get the tab all set in position and ready to weld into place. Like I said, these wire inserts come in several different shapes for different applications. I'm sure I don't have all of them, but today we'll be using the little V one. It works really good for 90-degree angles, which is what we have going on here. You should be able to line your tab up exactly where it goes with the witness marks from where it ripped off of the fender flare in the first place. Here you can see I got the 90-degree wire loaded and ready to go in the machine. You want to take just a second here and plan ahead and look how the wire lays and where it's going to melt in before you pull the trigger. Because once you pull the trigger, it heats up relatively quick and you won't be able to undo it once it starts melting in. You want to try to melt it into both pieces equally, and once it's melted in, let off the trigger. Wait for a moment to let the wire cool so you don't yank it back out, and you can remove it, leaving just the pins, and now your piece has its first bond. Now that you have it tacked, you're just going to repeat the process a few more times to get a solid mechanical bond all the way across the piece that you're trying to weld on. Like so. We'll address these now. You'll just take your flush cutters, get down as low as you can, and clip all these little pieces off so they don't stab you in the next step. Next, we're going to add a little bit of filler material to completely encapsulate the wires that we've just put in. It is important to know which material to use on the plastic you're welding, and if you look over here, you'll see PP plus E, which is polypropylene ethylene. There are other filler material options like ABS, nylon, and polypropylene, which is what we'll be using here, since that's what it says it is. There is a spade that comes with the plastic welder for doing this, but I prefer a good old-fashioned soldering iron. It's a little bit like TIG welding with a color crayon, only really nothing like TIG welding. The point here is to get the filler material mixed well with your base material, just like any regular welding, and then you get a good solid mechanical bond. Now that we've got the bottom securely fastened, we're going to focus on the top. I'll be using this wire, which is more of a stitch weld wire, because I'm limited in space here. Nothing works different. You just have to pay attention to where your wire is going so you don't punch through the outside of the fender flare or melt all the way down in your tab that you're welding back on. And just like we did last time, we'll heat it, get it set in the position we want, hold it in place for a while so the wire can cool and be encapsulated in the plastic, and then remove it. Now I'll cut these off, add the filler material, and this piece will be effectively reattached until next time I try to remove it. And just like that, your tab is mounted back on the fender flare and quite solid, far more than perhaps with an epoxy or some other attachment method. I hope this has been helpful and inspires you to go get a plastic welder of your own and fix your junk.